Yeah, right now we are recording this English meeting. So for everyone who are watching us on the YouTube channel, I really appreciate your company here. And I hope you subscribe at our YouTube channel, give your thumbs up for us. And don't forget, leave your comments below. Let me know how is your English. Let me know why you are here with us. If you are studying English, let me know how many time or how long you have been studying English. And that is why we are here. Ta is for Cambodia and I'm from Brazil. And right now, we're going to start our English speaking session by doing some questions and answers related to English. So, as yesterday, or which means for me, it was yesterday. So, as yesterday, we had a lot of speaking conversation. We have a lot of conversation. We made so many topics together. And right now, I'm going to keep it for I'm moving forward to the same situation. So today I'd like to talk with you. I'd like to practice my English skills about exams because I believe a lot of people who are at our English WhatsApp group, they are maybe passed through some exams. And I know that you are studying, you are at the university, so I know that you have been doing so many exams to get so band scores and things like that. So let's talk about it. The first question, that it's gonna be for you. Did you struggle with exams at school or right now at university?
Yes, exactly. Absolutely, I have a struggle with my exams because as I work as full-time job, so it's a bit difficult to get a good grade in my university because sometimes I don't have I don't have much time to review my lesson. As you know, I also come to went to home late. I just had a little bit time to review some lesson like that. I think
Yeah,
it's struggle.
yeah, it's quite busy. Your life is quite busy, ta. So, but it's very
One
impressive.
more
It's very impressive. Maybe my connection is not good. I don't know because sometimes we have been freezy each other. Our voice is not working as should. But I hope you can hear me right now. Can you hear me?
yes,
Okay. Okay. So as we were talking about, it's not easy to be to work and study at the same time. I know how is it because I'm about to start mechanical engineer. I decided to change my plans. I like it to study electrical engineer or things like that, but I decided to change a little bit and start by mechanical engineer. So I'm about to start this. At least next month, I decided to study. I don't know how it's gonna be because as you, I'm working full day, all day long, and after that, I'm gonna start to study. So it will be quite busy, and I have been thinking about that. But I'm just 32 years old, so if I didn't do it right now, when I'm able to do that, because right now is the time to start to study. If I live to study, if I uh, just decide I'm gonna study when I maybe 40 or 45, there's no way. So as soon as possible, I should start my study to have a better life, maybe to work for international company. Because as an occupational safety technician, which is my degree, my technical degree, it's quite difficult to find a company to work, an international company to work and to use my English. It's not necessary sometimes have English to this profession, to this position. It's, how can I say, the numbers of companies which hire people and my career that it's necessary to them speaking English, it's quite low. There are almost any company. So I counted this in my fingers here closer to my place where I live. So I decided to change my career, to start changing my career. And that's why I decided to choose a mechanical engineer, because I have a lot of knowledge about this in this area already, because my career as technician, as safety technician, have bring a lot of informations about that. I always follow the mechanicals, the coordinators related to mechanics. So I always was with them because my job is take care about their safety. So I learned a lot of things, and I decided to start studying this area. Maybe it's gonna be all right. But I know exactly what you just said. It's quite difficult. It's quite busy. Sometimes we think that we're gonna give up, but that's gonna happen. That is not gonna happen. I should say for you, don't give up. That it's gonna be okay. Okay, it's just a phase. It's just a part of our life that we must pass through.
Thank
And
you.
Alice,
David.
okay, no problem. And Alice, it's your turn. Let me talk about exams with you. Did you struggle with exams at your university? Let me know. I hear is saying about the school, but I know that you already is a graduated woman. So let me know about your university, about exams. How was your exams? Did you struggle with them?
I think I was not quite struggle with my exams when I was in the university. But I really had to prepare for my exams a lot. I I really needed to work hard for them. But I think finally I got good grades. At least I was quite satisfied with the grades I got. But I think I really spend a lot of time on studying for the exam, and uh, usually how can I say that? Usually I started to study for the exams very early, and I take the courses very carefully and learn for it. So I don't need to be anxious before the exam. Okay.
Nice. That is nice. The second question I should ask you guys, do you think exams accurately measure a student's knowledge and abilities? What do you think about that? Why schools or university decided to make some assessments by doing exams and things like that? So, do you think that this really works? These exams really can measure a student's knowledge about our abilities. What do you think about it?
In my opinion, it's not very, I can say 70% is work. I think they give exam to students. They want to know that how students understand the lesson that they teach, something like that. And but exactly what we do, I think we try to go to review our lesson that we have learned before and try to help get a good grade when we have exam. But I think it's not very student say something. For me, 70%. I know this
Yeah,
is
I
the
know.
answer.
Yeah, exactly. I guess, in my opinion, I already worked as an instructor, not as a teacher. Is quite different, you know. I have been some years ago, I was an instructor in a big company, which was related to telecommunication factors, and I was there. I worked almost 4 years as an instructor, and my job was teaching other workers how they can do their jobs exactly, how can they build the communication front line and things like that. So we're talking about internet, we're talking about the television, we're talking about a lot of things which use internet to connect with them. So I was an instructor in this area, and As well, I was instructor and safety technician. So I use it to teach them how they prevent accidents during their activities and things like that. So, in my opinion, I already made a lot of exams. I already made exams for them. I give exams to them just to see how they learn, if they learn almost everything that I gave them, or if they had some struggle to understand what I taught at that time. But to be honest, at that time, I saw I believe many people that unfortunately in the exams, in the right exams, in the paper exams, they were not so good. Unfortunately, they get a low band score on their exams. But in the practical test, in the executive, I made them two tests, two assessments. I made the first assessment, which they needed to answer some questions, to answer some things. And the second assessment was made by a practical exercises in their career. So, and the second one, the same guys, which were very bad on the exams, they were they made a lot of things which makes me think that they have 100% of knowledge absorbed. They absorb it 100% in the practical way. But unfortunately, in the how can I say, in the theoretical part, I don't know if in the right, but in the right part, in the right exams, they were not so good. So there are huge difference because there are a lot of people who don't like it. He is not good. Maybe he's not good in the technical exams, which is uh, some assessments, questions, answer, writing, they write answers, but they are not good on it. But when you put them to do the things that they learn at the course, for instance, electrician, for instance, mechanic, for instance, telecommunication operator. So this guy has a lot of intelligence to do their job, but they don't know how to express that. They don't know how to write this knowledge on paper. So there are a lot of people, unfortunately, in this area. So I agree with you. That's why I agree 100% what you just said. I believe that just 70% of this question, I should say that is yes, 70% they can measure accuracy from someone, but there will be some exception. There are gonna be some exception. The next question, Alice just left again. Okay, Alice is trying to join me again. Let me see. She is trying changing her account just to see because I believe that her internet is not so good. Alice, you are back. Can you hear us? How is the connection right now?
Oh, yes. Now I can hear you and see you clearly. Maybe the internet connection is well now. It's good
Okay.
now.
Thanks. Thanks God. I was concerned about our internet today because my internet here was not so good too. But as we were talking about, Alice, Ta just said for us that the second question, she believes in 70%. 70% it's gonna be right. 7% maybe is to be accurate and gonna have the power to describe and to understand how much knowledge that profession, that person got about their course or their universe. But how about you? Do you think the exams accurately measure students' knowledge and abilities? Why or why not?
I think I am not totally agree with this statement because I think exams can measure a student's knowledge, but the exams cannot measure a student's abilities. I think it's very easy to measure a student's knowledge because students gain this knowledge from their classes, from their teachers, and from their books. So it's very easy to measure how much knowledge they have gained. From the books. Just give them some tests and to see whether they can answer those questions. If they can answer all the questions, this means they have gained a lot of knowledge. But I think it's very hard to measure a student's abilities There are many nerds in school who can get very good grades in school. I think they have gained a lot of knowledge from books and from their teachers, but they are not good at social, and they can't get along well with other people, and sometimes they don't have the ability to learn by themselves. They can only learn from books. And when I think when we are in school, our teacher will tell us what to learn and how to learn this. They will give us some books. We just need to learn all the things on the book. We just need to follow our teacher's directions, and then we can get good grades. Other people will think that we are good students. But when we are working in the company, no one will tell us how to gain knowledge. Our boss will just give us a mission, and we should finish it by ourselves, and we should be responsible for the result. So at this time, I think tests and exams cannot measure our ability. Because I think it is quite hard than learning something from books.
Exactly, exactly. Very well. You did very well in your answer right now. I believe that we both agree with that. You, Ta, and I have been agreed with this phrase. We don't believe that it's 100% possible. Measuring abilities or practical things and just an assessment. We just a theoretic assessment. So the next question is B. How do you usually prepare for exams? The first question is for Ta. How do you really prepare? How do you usually prepare for exams? As you told Ta, you have been work all day long, and after that you go to the school. So how have been used to how have been studying for your exams? How much time we spend in it?
Yes, actually, in my university, before exam, before midterm, before final, they have to test student before, like give information before we have exam. And then I just start to review, take 2 weeks for review my lesson. And I start to review in the morning, and after I went home after I studied at university. I try to um, review some, like when we study, teacher have a slide, and then he send the slide PDF for us in our Telegram, and print it out and just review and just try to think the answer from everything that the teacher teach us. Like this is my I have always prepared for my exam.
Nice, nice. Guys, do you remember? I'd like to ask you for you and Alice. Do you remember some? Let me try and remember her 20 years ago, 15 years ago at least. We had to write everything that our teacher passed for us on the keyboard. They just passed for us on the keyboard a lot of things. They start to write in, and we should have copy everything that he was writing in our notebook. And if we are do that, we're gonna have a lot of information to do our exams, to do our prep. But right now, as we are living a technological boom, we can just get just a picture, take a picture, or just get a PDF like that just gave her example. So we just ask for our teacher, could you send me this this file? Can you send me this file at my cell phone? Can you send this file at my email? And if I had the PDF material, maybe I can do better at our exam. So that's very interesting. Today we have more facilities, more tools that can help us to study. And of course, I don't know. Let me ask another question quickly. Do you usually use YouTube to learn anything that you have not understand at your school? Have you ever watched some videos on the YouTube to learn more, to understand more what you needed to learn? That
Yes, exactly. I always do that because now I study two language, two subject. I study. It means I study my culture and Cambodian culture. It's from my country. So sometimes teacher just said, but teacher try to explain what happened 100 years ago, 100, 130 years ago before that our country, what happened, something like that. But it's not enough. So I try to go to Google or YouTube, try to listen. Some people that some teacher they talk about Cambodian culture, try to Cambodian history, and I have to listen it uh, to English because I study English, so I had to do it. But sometimes I have some trouble with English as well, so it's a little bit difficult.
Nice, nice. This is exactly what I'm thinking about, as I just said for you. I'm not so good. I believe that I'm gonna have a lot of struggle when I start my engineer, so my mechanical engineer, because time is gonna be difficult to me, and I'm probably gonna use a lot of YouTube because I'm afraid that I could not give the right value or the right to spend the right time to study English too. So I should keep my English level or improve at my English level. But right now I should start to study a new topic, a new subject too, which is be mechanical engineer. So I'm trying make some equalizer time in the boat, So maybe I should start reading my material in English, my subject, everything in English. Maybe can help me to study English and to study mechanical engineer at the same time. That's gonna be awesome. So congratulations for the way that you are studying. It's very good, and you're gonna be awesome in our exams. So Alice, so Charmy, hello. How are you, Charmy? Thank you to join us.
Hello, Alex. Yeah, I'm fine. And how have you been?
We are good. We are just
Tell me, we
studying
miss you.
today. Yes, we are just
Have a
studying
good
about.
time.
Go ahead, talk each other. Feel free. Say hello to Charmy.
Yeah, it's okay. Hello, Thad. How are you?
Yes, I'm very good, thank you. And you? How was your day today?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Uh, Today's
I'm happy to
day was
hear.
a little boring for me today because I have no work today. So I had no classes in the morning, and half of the day I was sleeping. So it was like a bit of boring day. And what about you?
Yeah, so let me say something here. Do you pass almost half day sleeping? How did you do that?
Yesterday I have great day. I have dinner.
Yeah, because today I had no classes.
We have a problem with the internet. Your internet connection maybe is not good. Let's just give a second to see if your internet is going to be better. Just a second. Maybe the connection from Cambodia is quite low, but we can hear you. Go ahead, Charmin.
Yeah, I told you that today I had no classes or any work, important work. So I was just sleeping, and I was wake up and late night. I sleep in late night. So today's day it was little boring type.
Yeah. Okay, that's okay. It's normal.
Yeah.
We should
Maybe
enjoy this
when I
free
had
time.
classes, my classes and private, then I was wake up in the morning.
No, okay, well, you should enjoy this free time. You should how can I say, is enjoy to sleep more, enjoy to relax, enjoy to take a time of rest. That is very important for our life and our brain. So that's okay. Sometimes we do the same. Sometimes We slept until later. Like today, I slept until 11 a.m. here because it's Saturday and I have no anything to do it today. So I just had our English speaking session. So that's why I sent a message at our English WhatsApp group that I was late. I'm so sorry because I slept. I overslept it, and I almost lost our English
Actually,
connection.
okay. Actually, what is happening that I was sleeping half of the like I was woke up and sometime like I was woke up at 11 a.m. Then after 2 hours, then I was again sleep again. Then I was woke up at 1 p.m. like so it's not like full day, full half day, but approximately half day.
Yeah, okay, that's nice. Thank you for being here again with us. So, as you join us, let me ask a quick question. We are talking about exams. So, the first question I'd like to ask you, Charmy, do you struggle with exams at school or at your university? Let me know a little bit about it.
Um, yeah, sometimes I have to struggle because before our exam held, we didn't give in our academic study little pressure. We just achieve some goals when we are when our exam is held. We have to study a lot, but in other days didn't pay that type attention to our study. So when our exam is too close and our concentration is like we have to target our syllabus and we have to cover it. So this time we are more concentrate in our studies, but on the other time we didn't pay attention too much on our studies. So yes, on our exam days we have to struggle a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, indeed. We should pay attention 100%, but as we are just studying, sometimes we are quite lack on our attention during our classes, but that's very important. Everyone have already struggled and some exams. But the second question is going to help you. So, do you think exams accurately measure a student's knowledge and abilities? What are you thinking about, Charlie?
Actually, I didn't think that it's much for measure students' knowledge and abilities because exam is like you read something and you did the outcome. Exam is in my opinion, exam is not the actual system to measure students' knowledge because in our today's life we learn many things that is not um, measuring in our exam or our classes. In our full life we learn lot of things, but that things there are most of the things that we have learned in other spaces, other location, other place. It's not acquirement in our exam questions, so that's not the accurate system. But yeah, actually it's based on our academic studies. So exam is mainly perfect for academic studies sector. So in other knowledge and abilities, you can say that knowledge and abilities it's based on our many sector. So it's not the main curriculum to measure our knowledge and something abilities.
Okay,
So
I
that's
agree
it.
with you. I agree with you. So but let's jump it for the next question. Right now, it's your turn, Alice. Let me ask a quick question. Do you have any studies, techniques, or strategies that work for you very well?
Um, I think I don't have a special study techniques or strategies. And I think starting, maybe there is no very special techniques for starting. If we want to study something, we just put some time on this thing, and after spending enough time on this, we will be an expert in this. But I have some techniques or strategies to pass the exam. Maybe I haven't learned some lessons very well, but I can pass the exam. So that's why I answered the second question, like the exams can't measure a student's knowledge, because for me, sometimes I know I haven't learned something well, but I passed the exam because I have my special techniques and strategies. I just need to guys what my teacher would like, what kind of questions my teacher would like to ask, and then I learn the answers of these questions. I can I can learn it again and again until I can recite the answer. Then in the exam I will just write down the answer on the paper, and then I will pass the exam. But this does not mean that I have learned this lesson very well. So I think there is no special study and techniques for learning something. For me, I think if I spend enough time on this, I will study it very well. Besides, I think if I only study the theories of something, that's not enough. I need to use it in practice. This will make me understand the series better.
Nice, nice. That was a great advice for us. I agree with you. We should know to be good at our exams. There is no secret. The only secret, the only truth that is in this topic is you should be prepared. You should study. You should try harder. And if you don't do it the first time, try harder at the next time. So there's no magic way to pass at our exams. We just need to we just need to know the right answer. So to do that, we must study. We must read a lot. We must to try catch the topics exactly at our mind. Because in the real life, let's suppose here, guys, that we're gonna be a doctor. We are studying to be a doctor. So how can you imagine it after you get your graduation, after you achieve your graduation, you are at your consultor, you are at the hospital working as a doctor right now. So, and you don't remember the things that you should know to help the patients, to help the clients. So there's a chance to be reading, to try learn again that what you should learn at the school, you should have learned at the school. So that is not right. Of course, there's no one in the world that knows everything, which means we all have been learning, and we all will gonna learn for the rest of our lives. That's okay. But some topics we should learn at the school, we should learn at the university, because there will be no time to learn it at our everyday situation. So we should learn at the school. That's why we went to the university, went to the school, because we must learn. But of course, on the other side, on the other hand, there will be a lot of things that we can learn this again. We can review it in the future. That's okay. Review topics that we studied at the university some years ago. That's okay. Almost everyone, we're gonna do that. We're gonna sometimes review materials and topics and techniques. But if you are a doctor and you are in the middle of maybe a surgery, you are in the surgery and you don't remember, oh, how can I cut this part of this body? I don't remember. Let me just Google it. Let me just on the YouTube. So that is not work. That's gonna not work. So let's learn during our school time. That's the key to succeed in our life. And let's jump on it for the next question, for everyone to be at the same one. So let me see. The next question is to be the last one. Have you ever experienced exams related stress? So how do you cope with? So have you ever experienced exams related stress? So times maybe that you were not good at your private life, you had a lot of bad things happening with you, and at the same time you should join or you had an exam, a very important exam to do at the same moment. So how do you cope with it? So have you ever passed through this situation, and how do you cope with, how do you deal with this situation? Ta, it's your turn.
Um, yes, I have. I have experienced exam stress, like really stress. I can say that. But I think I just 2 week. I take 2 week review my exam, just relax stress. If we try to review our exam, like 3 day we have exam and just review. It's not enough. It's not enough for review the lesson. So I just start to review 2 week. I take time for myself 2 week to review my exam, and I just try to tell myself it's okay. We just do it one by one. No need to worry. But sometimes it's still worry. But I just relax. I just do something else. Try to put myself uh, out of the worry. Like I'm go to singing and do something like relax. Like if I have an exam and I have to join our English class conversation, join. But I feel like this is the way that can we can relax our exam because this is a new environment. Like you put yourself, you go to have conversations, and after we finish our conversation, we can go to review some lesson, and after that go to bed, something like that. And during my exam, I try to tell myself, don't worry, because sometimes I feel nervous. Because sometimes I feel nervous, but yes, finally I get over it. Just promise I
Nice.
can do. Yeah.
Yes, you do. You do very good because you are here. So you pass through this situation. You have a good way to deal with it, I believe. Even if you don't think that it was the better way to deal with that stress situation, but you did. You passed through that. So, in you, Alice, have you ever experienced exams related stress? How do you cope with?
Oh, yes, definitely. I have experienced a lot of exam-related stress. But I think I experienced this uh, much in high school. But when I was in the university, I could cope with it very well. When I was in high school, every time before the exam, I was quite nervous, and sometimes I was even anxious because I was afraid that I couldn't get good grades. And so sometimes before the exams, I couldn't sleep very well. And I prepared a lot for the exam, but I was still not quite confident of myself. So sometimes I think being stressful in the exam really influenced me because it would cost me would cause me get bad grades. And finally, I really got bad grades in a very important exam. Uh, so after that, I reflect a lot on myself. I thought that I should learn to cope with it. So after that, in the university, I could cope with it very well. My method is to prepare for it more and more. and don't be how can I say, don't think importantly of those exams. Just be relaxed and tell myself that this exam is not everything. This is just a very small thing in my whole life, and the result will not influence everything. And besides, every time before the exam, when I felt nervous, I would tell myself that if I got bad grades in this exam, I still could do something else, such as, for example, if I got bad grades in the college entrance examination, I could uh, I could give up to enter the college in China. Maybe I could apply for a master's degree in apply for a bachelor's degree in other country. So if I tell myself this, I will think that no. Oh, that's exam is not quite important because I have another choice. No matter if I can get good grades in this exam, that will not influence me because I still have another choice, and I still can continue my life. So after telling myself this, I think oh, I can take it easy because it is just a small exam, and finally I can get very good grades in this exam. So in the when I want to apply for my for a graduate school, I um I apply for many schools, and I get a lot of interviews and the exams in many schools. So I really did bad in some interviews. I felt quite bad at that time. There was a dream school that I wanted to go to, but I failed in that exam. I felt quite sad at that time, but I told myself that no problem because I still had another several interviews and another several exams. So after that, I thought that, oh, no problem because I still can pursue my master's degree, although I failed in this exam. So finally, I got good grades in another interview, and finally I entered that graduate school.
Nice, nice. How nice stories. What a nice story. So I really believe deeply, which means I believe deeply that always we're gonna have a second time, a second chance. But of course, we should learn with the first one. We should learn. We should get some knowledge, some examples for the first one because the next one is gonna be easier and easier. And until then, you're gonna have the opportunity that you are looking for. So I believe so much that we should try harder and never give up. That is what I'm doing. I have been doing this for 4 years right now, more than 4 years, and you are seeing the results on it. So I'm here with you guys. I'm speaking English, but there were a lot of times, many times, which means that I thought and give up. I thought that we're not gonna possible. We're not gonna possible. I never gonna be able to speak English, to speak English. But right now I'm here. I'm do it. Of course, I made a lot of mistakes here with you guys. I'm not an English teacher, and that is not my point. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for ways to communicate with people from all over the world, and we are doing this. So here is there's a lot of examples. There are Alice's example, there are my example, that it's going to be possible. We just needed to put time on it. Sometimes we should try harder, and sometimes we're going to fail. That's okay. As the former president of the United States said a lot of times, so sometimes we lose, and that's okay. We learn from our mistakes. we brush ourselves off and we get back in the arena, which means we get back in the fight of the battlefield. So let's get back to the battlefield. Let's do it again. Let's try harder and things like that. So I believe that you are right. I believe that we must to keep it doing, and sooner or later we're gonna get our outcomes, our results. And the next question for you, Charming. So, how have you ever experienced exams-related stress, and how do you cope with?
Actually, yes. Actually, everyone is experiencing exam-related stress, and also I have experienced a lot of stress in my exam. And last time when I take my second year final exam, that time one of my math exam is was so disappointed for me because I took a very good preparation on it, but in my exam hall, I did all the math questions. I solved all the math questions, but just my little mistake, I failed this to solve this math problem. And when I was came to home by completing my exam, and I saw in my books, and that time I saw that I did a little mistake on my math problem, and I was very disappointed that time because I do a very good preparation on this exam, and that was very disappointing. And this after this exam, I was in a little stress on the other exam. And but in this time in that time there was help of my friend one of my friends from one of my friends, and me and I and my friends uh, in this exam during the exam we practice together in by the help of video calling. And we did a lot of practice on other exams, and we did it like talking and problem solving, and talking each other. And we did a very good time, and also we did a very good preparation on the other exam. So first time and he actually he support me on this. He told me again and again, it's not like that. It's the last exam. We have other exams, so you can do better in other exams. And we have opportunity that if we can failed in an exam, that in the next year we can improve our exams. And we didn't have the past result, we can have new result on it, and it's not affecting our result or mark sheet. So we have an opportunity to improve, so it's not a big deal. So I realized that if I worried about that exam, I also do badly in other exam. So I think I have to lot of preparation on other exams. So I did that type.
Nice, nice, very good. Like we just said here, almost everyone faced some problems during this time, during this exams, during their exams. But the best thing that we can do it is deal with the right decisions, deal with accuracy, deal with just relaxing, try to thinking forward, thinking in the future, because we are studying today, people are studying because they like to have a better future. So think about it when you are so stressed. My advice is thinking about it when you get your certified, when you get your certificate, when you get your bachelor's degree. when you achieve your goal. So that's gonna be awesome. Thinking on that day, thinking on the day that you are a new profession, you have a new graduation. That's maybe can help you. I don't know. It's like I told you guys, there is no magic ways to deal with our problems. So each one of you, maybe we're gonna deal with it in the certain times, in the certain ways. But I believe you're gonna be better if you just try relax, just thinking forward, just thinking the future. So that's it, guys. We talked about a lot of topics, and I just would like to share with you here some things that some days before yesterday, we talked about these two topics, Alice, Ta, and I. We talked about this topic. We talked about sleep. So we have a lot of vocabulary on this area. After that, we talked about transportation. We spoken about the ways that you get at work. The way I learned that Ta went to her job by motorcycle, and as well me. And I understand that Alice usually went to the train station, to the subway, and Alice went by subway, went to her job. And we talked about another topic, like misbehavior. And this topic was very interesting because we talked about an advanced topic. This is in accord with the IELTS and the TOEFL IBT. This topic is considered to be an advanced topic, so it's quite difficult to speak with it. But even though we had a great and amazing conversation about this topic, about childhood, about what type of child we were when we were at that time. So we learned a lot of topics. And today we have a great opportunity to talk about a lot of things. So let me jump for the next topic for today, guys. We're gonna talk about entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship. So I'd like to know a little bit about your future, your plan for your future. So if you could start your own business, what kind of business would you start and why? Ta, it's your turn.
Actually, I want to build my own international school. Like I think international school, I want to build it because I choose to learn as a teacher in my bachelor degree, and I think that in the future I really want to run this business. I want to build my own international school, get some students to study, and not only one. There's so many, a lot of schools,
Nice, nice,
and
nice. You are right.
that's why I want to improve my English, and I really want to get like native speaker like action, exactly action like American action, British action, so that I run my business and I can teach my children, teach my staff like that.
Nice, nice. You are on the right way. If you would like to be a teacher, you already is study English, English literature. You were study a lot of things about that. You already work at a school, so you have a lot of experience with that. You have a lot of time spent to take care of children. So you are in the right path to your future. So just keep going. I know that maybe in some years in the future we're gonna be speaking with you, and you will gonna be tell us how is to have your own school, your own business. That's gonna be awesome. Let's see the development of this story. And Alice, it's your turn. If you could start your own business, what kind of business would you start and why? You are muted.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think it is a very interesting question. And actually, these days I have been thinking about starting my own business, but I will not do this in a short time. But I think maybe in the future I really need to do this because I think Sometimes when I work in the company, sometimes I will get fired, and maybe sometimes uh, they they don't let me to get promotion, and I can't earn a lot of money, and the tax rate is very high. So I think when if my job if my work is not quite busy, I should do some part-time job. This is good for earning money, and maybe I can do something more interesting. And at this time, I will be my own boss. No one can fire me. I can think about how to run this business. But when I am working in the company, I will never think about how to run this business. I just follow my boss's direction and finish the work other people assign me. So I think starting my own business will be quite challenging, but it will be I think I can learn a lot from this. But yeah, I think it's quite hard to start my own business because there are many ways to start my own business. But I think the probability of I get failed is very high, maybe over 99%. If starting my own business is very easy, no one will work for that company, and a lot of people are complaining about their company all the time. They think that this is just a stupid company, but they have to work for this company because they don't have an idea to start their own business. And I think that maybe in the future, if I start my own business, I don't want to earn a lot of money from this business at first because it's very hard, and I just don't want to invest a lot of money in this because if I invest a lot of money in this and I fail and I get failed, I will lose all of my money. So I want to invest a small part of my money to start this business, and I want to combine my hobby with this business. Then I can do something I like in my free time, and at the same time, I can earn some money. These days, I have a very childish thought. These days, I have been taking classes, and yoga is good for our body, especially for girls. And it can help us how can I say it can help us become healthy, and I am interested in this. So I am thinking about maybe if I can insist on taking yoga class, and if I can be an expert in yoga, it will be good for my health. And at the same time, I want to be a yoga teacher, and I can establish a yoga place to teach other people yoga. Maybe I don't know if this will come true. It is just very childish thought. I think I will not do it in a short time, but maybe in the future I can have a try. And I really think that yoga is a sport that I can insist on and I am interested in.
Nice, nice. I didn't know that. I didn't know that you like yoga, Alice. It's the first time that you talked about it, so that's interesting.
Yes, because I just started to do this several days ago, maybe
Okay.
several weeks ago.
Okay, and so as you just told us, maybe you like it that. So if you like it, maybe it's gonna be a a right topic to start thinking about in the future. So that's very interesting. I agree with you. Thank you so much for sharing that. And let me know about you right now, Charmy. If you could start your own business, what kind of business would you start and why?
Well, uh, actually, it's like a very interesting question. Because everyone want to start a business, own business, and yes, I also I like to start my own business, and but I didn't think a lot about it. But if I could start my own business, that will be I want to make a restaurant. Open a restaurant or a company that is making that is used to make chocolates, and I have desire for two of these. If I could manage all of things that is used to make our own business, and all of things that is used and strategies to make my own business, create my own business, and then I will try to start a chocolate company or like a restaurant, because actually I am food lover. So in anywhere where I go, I used to like eat so much food, and so new food. So in our country, and for now, restaurant is making a lot of improvement in our country, because there are lots of restaurants in our city, and I always used to go restaurant to eat some food, or I can order from home. So restaurant is like a good business for me, because I am so much interested on it, and I like food, and I tried so many food, and I like to try new foods. So I have a little bit interest to make my own restaurant, and
Nice.
also I love chocolate. So but it's like a childish desire for me, because it's a little bit awkward for everyone. Because in our country it's not easy, it's so hard to make a chocolate company like that. So if I could have enough money, then I can take this step to for my own business.
Nice, nice. It's not a child dream. It's like another way that you think. So I believe that is a nice dream. So go ahead and thinking this and moving forward, moving towards this dream. I believe it's possible. Of course, we just needed money. We just need to make money to make this accomplishment. And the second one. Is entrepreneurship a popular dream in your country? Ta.
Yeah. As I can see, in my country, entrepreneurship is popular. I can say that because many people they dream to be an entrepreneur in the future. They want to build their own business. They want to run the business. They don't want to work for other people like that. I think that is very popular because our country is a developing country. So it's good if you are an entrepreneur. You have own business and you have a job. How can I say that? And if we do a business, you have a lot of stuff. So all of them work for you and you have them. You give the salary for them. This is how we develop our country.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
I agree with you. I know that. I know that it's almost the majority of countries is like this. The majority of countries is like this. We call this capitalism in the capitalism way. So people work from people, and people work for company, and companies pay the government taxes to build their business on their countries. So in things like that, that's normal. And maybe be an entrepreneurship is common all over the world because everyone would like to have their own business and doesn't need it to work for other people. As Alice said, I agree with her because sometimes you're gonna be fired. Sometimes you're gonna be fired on your company, and that is not a good feeling. Unfortunately, I already had this opportunity, had this past this situation to bad situation, so it's not good. So if you are able to build your own company, that's gonna be awesome. So I agree with you guys, and just choose the topic that you like it. Choose a topic that you like it because it's gonna be easy for you to deal with in the future. So the choose that if you'd like to maybe play games. I don't know. Maybe start to work on this area. If you like to do yoga, like Alice just said, maybe you should start to do something about this. And if you like to teach children, to care about children, to help them learn to have a better life, you should start at an English school, a private school, a primary school, and things like that. So, and as Charmy said, if you like to make food, if you like to eat chocolate, if you like to do some things like that, you should start your own business on this area and the food and the cuisine and things like that. So the next question is for you, Alice. Is entrepreneur a popular dream in your country? Why?
I don't think so. I think it is not quite a popular dream. Maybe some people have this dream, and I think some people just think they want to have a part-time job. They want to start a small business in their after work time, and they also want a job. But I think in China, the majority of people's popular dream is to work in the government or work in the country-owned country-owned company. Because if they work in this kind of company, they will never get fired. This is a quite stable job in China. But the problem is that the salary is not quite high. And so if for some people, they who don't want to work really hard, they like to work in this kind of company because no matter how bad they do in their work, they can never be fired. So I think this is good for lazy people, and sometimes I want to get this kind of job. I think it's good job because you can't say those people are lazy. They just don't want to spend a lot of time on their work. They want to enjoy their life, and they want to have stable salary, and they don't need plenty of money. They only need a decent salary to enjoy their life. I think that's so good. But I think for some people, they want to start their own business. They want to start a big company. But I think those people are the top person in China, the top students in China, for students who graduated from the top universities in China usually have this kind of dream. And they will have a lot of try to start a big company such as TikTok. The founder of TikTok is graduates from a top school in China, and I heard that when he graduated from the school, he had this kind of dream. He wanted to own his own company. So he had before he gets success. Before he gets successful, he had tried a lot of times to start his own business, and finally he succeeded. And but for common people, I think they don't have this kind of dream because maybe it's too hard, and maybe they think that the the probability of success is not quite high. Just like me, I have never thought about start my own company. Maybe I can start my own small business in my part time, but I think I can't own a big company. Before I think before I have the ability to do that, I need to learn a lot of things. So I think in the short run, I will never think about own a big company.
Yeah, yeah, that's very important. We should be thinking about it. We should be thinking much about what we're gonna do and how we can do it. And that's the next question. I don't know if I already make it, but is let me see. Is an entrepreneurship a popular dream in your country? Charming.
Uh, Actually, yes. In our country, entrepreneurship is a most popular dream in our country because for now, at the present time, there are lots of entrepreneurs who are getting so many courses to learn many things, and they are starting their own business. And last pandemic situation, most of student or most of the people trying to get their own business, and mainly in pandemic situation, most of the people are surrounded are uh, mm, it's like, how can I say, they are all in our homesickness they faces, and for this time they try to continue their studies or their work in different sector, and they want to create a new world for homesick people. And for this situation, our online business sector is improving a lot, and in this sector, people are lots of people are creating their own business on selling clothes, and it's for from the pandemic situation, and at present time, it's the most most popular most popular thing that everyone create their own pages, and they are selling clothes and ornaments, like different things. And for this time, they are and most of the other people, they are doing freelancing courses, they're getting freelancing courses, take their courses, and they are um, contacting with other countries, and uh, for now they are they create their own center, like a how can I say, coaching center in our country. It's called coaching center for teaching them how can they learn digital marketing on tech company like this. So in technological learning system, they are trying to make their own companies to teach them how can they learn freelancing. And there are lots of coaching center in our country for learning freelancing. So it's the other sector for entrepreneurship, and lots of entrepreneur, they create their own center for institution and center for learning, for teaching freelancing. And other thing is, I told you that restaurant, and also this sector is so popular in our country for entrepreneurship. Most of the students learning how to manage this restaurant, and most of the chef are learning different cooking system, cooking item, and they start, if they get money and they have enough money, they start their own little restaurant, and it's called food cart in our country, and it's so popular in our country, and in our street, lots of people starting their little food cart in our country, and they create their own business for on food. So in our country, I like that most of the people are trying to do their own business. So in our country, entrepreneurship is a popular thing, I think. So everyone like to do it.
Nice. Very important. So, people, I believe we finished because the next question we probably already answered before. So, what are the pros and of owning your own business? So, we have been answered that with the last two questions. So, I should say that we did. We finished our English speaking session for today. We did a lot of we pasted. We talked about the information, a lot of information here, and I'm so proud about all of you, and of course, even by myself, because we are here, even on Saturday, which is a weekend, and we maybe should do other things, but we maybe probably would do other things. But right now, we are here. We stop our lives just to study English again, and this can bring a lot of opportunities for your future. So these minutes, this just almost 1 hour and a half that we have been studying English, that can brings a lot of benefits for us in the future. We know that, and that's why we are here. So I'd like to finish just for people who are on the YouTube channel. So I asking you guys just to stay here with me. I'm just gonna finish the recording. So for that, I must make some finished comments. So for everyone who are watching us on the YouTube channel, I'd like to ask you, thank you so much to be here. And don't forget to subscribe and give your thumbs up for us. So see you guys in the next video.